if you're just now starting to get sober, bro, don't fucking announce that you're just now getting sober. Don't announce that shit. Because, one thing that I've learned being on this journey is every time that you announce, all right, no more drinking. I'm getting sober. The second you announce that shit, honestly, you're announcing your downfall in a way. Every single time that I've announced that I'm trying to stop drinking and get sober, bro, you would subconsciously tell yourself that, okay, bet I'm trying to stop drinking. But that lets other people know that, okay, bet. Even if it's not their intention to test you, to get you to drink again, they're gonna be like, all right, bet. Especially the people that knew the old version of you, they're gonna be like, all right, bet. You trying to drink this beer with me, you trying to go to the bar, you trying to do this, you trying to do that, you trying to take a shot. You're giving people an in to let them fuck up what you got going on, to let them fuck up your path. Yo, what's good, family? What's good, gang? Family, friends, supporters, lovers, haters. You're tapping into the Sober and Unbothered podcast. I forgot what episode this is, and I know I missed the episode last week. My apologies. My apologies. But I could do what I want. I could do what I want. I could drop it whenever I want. I know I said every week, man, but last week was a crazy week. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know I said it wouldn't happen again, man, but hey, at least I'm dropping still. I could, I'll be like, I'm not doing this. But we here now, man. It's Thanksgiving this week. It's holidays coming up. You know, uh, this could be a great time for some people, and this could be the biggest triggers for some people. Ooh, excuse me, bless me. But I know for me, the holidays have been unnecessarily a trigger. I love the holidays. Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday, actually. Um, but it used to not. It was the holidays were never really a trigger for me because I love quality time with my family. I love spending time with my family. I'm a big family guy, man. So I mean, I love spending time with family, bro. So Thanksgiving and the holidays is always a great time for me, whether I was drinking or not. You know what I mean? So, but it's even better now that I'm sober because, I get to actually and authentically spend time with my family and actually remember the times that we spent and the memories that we're making. And it's a good time, man. There was some holidays where, I used to get out of pocket, get out of hand, but nothing too crazy. You know what I mean? And I know for most people, for some people, this time could be very triggering. Very triggering. I don't know, depending on whatever you're going through, what you got to deal with the family, whoever you got around you, family, friends, I don't know. But I know for a lot of people, this could be a really hard time. Whether you just started your sobriety journey, whether you're just getting into it, whether you're far further along than most people, further than you thought you would be. And I know it could be a hard time, man. I know it could be a hard time. And, there's a lot of big challenges with, the holidays and trying to stay sober and especially staying sober when everybody else is drinking. It's always that, it's always your uncle, or your aunt, or your cousin, or your brother, or your parents that's saying, "Hey, man, let's take a shot, bro. I ain't seen you since last Christmas, gang. I ain't seen you since Easter, bro." You know what I mean? It's like, and it's very tempting. It's very tempting. But these are the times. These times are when it's gonna test you the most. It's gonna test whether you really about this life or not. Whether you really want to stick to sobriety or not. It's really gonna test you. And it's up to you to decide if you can really handle it, if you can really do it, if you can really say no and really mean that, and if you can really stand on business and stand firm in your sobriety, because it's gonna test you, bro. It's gonna test you. Football's gonna be playing, the food's gonna be hitting, drinks gonna be flowing, family gonna be like, let's turn up, but it's gonna be up to you to be like, hey, I can't do it. There's social pressures, there's emotional triggers, and this environment's, full of alcohol. You know what I mean? And I kind of want to talk about, the emotional triggers that come with the holidays, like the stress, the loneliness, the memories, and, just being around people that knew your old self, because I know that can be hard, bro. Especially family that knew the old version of yourself. You know what I mean? And, in an ideal situation, in a good situation, family will be able to respect and, commend you for your growth and, support you for trying to become a better person. Because a lot of people don't have that. A lot of people don't have family or friends that that stay in their corner when they say yo, this lifestyle and this drinking is not for me no more. A lot of people don't have that. And it's hard, bro, because it could be someone that you really thought was your dog, someone that you really thought was your fam. And for them to be like, yo, I'm not supporting you, for them to not really give a fuck about, your growth and your journey, it's tough, man. Don't let that emotion sway you off your path and make you get back into drinking. The old, whether it's your family or your friends or, I wouldn't say your spouse, but, even if it is your spouse, bro, or your girl or your man, if they can't support where you're going and your growth, then I mean, that's all you need to know. That's really all you need to know, bro, because support is a big thing in this journey. And, that emotional side to it and that emotional trigger for someone that you thought loved you and you loved them and them showing you that they don't support you it's a huge trigger. And it can get very emotional. It can get very emotional. And, dealing with these situations, dealing with these emotions, dealing with, these environments, there's ways to go about it, bro. There's ways to handle it. There's ways to deal with it. You know what I mean? And depending on where you're going for the holidays, if you're just staying at the crib or if you're going to a friend's house or you're going to your family's house, depending on where you're going, depending on what you're doing, always have a plan. Always have a plan. Bring your own drinks. You know what I mean? So, I mean, at least with my family, man, at least with my family, bro, yeah, my family likes to drink, bro. My family likes to drink. So I've always been around, alcohol growing up and especially during the holidays, my family likes to turn up, man. So I'm kind of already like okay with, being around it and my whole family knows I don't drink no more. So like, and they're cool with it. So I mean, like, so it just like, it depends. It really depends on, what your family's like and how they support you, bro. But depending on where you're going, like, always bring a drink. Always have a plan. You know, I'm a big Coke Zero guy. My homie just actually put me on some Liquid Death. I'm gonna start drinking that, but that's fire. But no, always bring a drink, always have a plan. And if you're just now starting to get sober, bro, don't fucking announce that you're just now getting sober. Don't announce that shit. Because, one thing that I've learned being on this journey is every time that you announce, all right, no more drinking, I'm getting sober. The second you announce that shit, bro, honestly, you already you're announcing your downfall in a way, in a sense. Not it's not like that for all people, but one thing that I've noticed because I've done this way too many times. Every single time that I've announced that I'm trying to stop drinking and get sober, bro, you would subconsciously tell yourself that, okay, bet I'm trying to stop drinking. But that lets other people know that, okay, bet. Even if it's not their intention to test you to get you to drink again, they're gonna be like, all right, bet. Especially the people that knew the old version of you, they're gonna be like, all right, bet. He say you're not drinking, say less. The second they get the chance, bro, they're gonna be like, hey, you trying to drink this beer with me, you trying to go to the bar, you trying to do this, you trying to do that, you trying to take a shot, you know what I'm saying? You're giving people an in to let them fuck up what you got going on, to let them fuck up your path, bro. Don't announce that you're just now starting to get sober. Don't announce that shit. Don't let people know your plan. You know what I mean? And one thing that's helped me with getting sober is the day one that I started to say that I'm done drinking. Up until this point, bro, I didn't count the days. I don't count the days, bro. I don't count the days. I remember the day one that I stopped drinking, January 24th, 2023. I remember the day, but after that, I stopped counting the days, bro. I stopped counting the days because, and you can have your own opinion about this and your own philosophy and your own way of thinking of how I came to this conclusion. But the way and the reason that I think counting the days is a bad idea is because you're essentially counting down the days until you're gonna fuck up and drink again. You're saying, all right, bet I made it 7 days. And the second that you keep telling yourself, oh, I made it 7 days, I made it 7 days. And then you fuck up and then all right, bet. Every single time that you keep drinking again and fucking up, you're telling yourself that, all right, I made it 7 days last time. Let's see if I can get 10. And then you make it to 10, you fuck up. All right, you start again. All right, I made it to 10 days last time. Let me see if I can get to 20. All right, you start doing it again. You get to 20. You fuck up. And you keep repeating. So just stop counting the fucking days. And that's helped me a lot because, like, once I stopped counting the days and I just kind of told myself I'm done drinking, I stopped associating myself with alcohol completely. I don't even think about it. I just said, all right, today's the day I'm stopping drinking. That's it. And I just move. It's easier said than done. I know I'm saying it like it's easy as fuck, but it's easier said than done because I had my day one of like, all right, bet I'm not drinking, and I just kept moving. I kept going on with life. I completely cut myself off and stopped associating with alcohol, and it's helped me immensely. It's helped me a lot, and I'm still sober to this day. I'm going on 3 years sober, man, and I feel great. I feel amazing, and that's once you stop associating yourself with alcohol, bro, and you stop counting the days and you stop announcing that shit. Let me know. You try it. Let me know. Try it and let me know how you feel because I'm telling you, it's done wonders. You gotta be able to set expectations too, man. Talk only in these situations during the holidays, bro. Talk to the people that's closest to you. Talk to the people that support you. Surround yourself with people that support you. My dad sent me something today, man. What do you say? He sent a quote. He said, another cliche quote, but this man is facts. You gotta be able to surround yourself with positive people and positive energy because that energy and that positive energy around you, kind of determines how you're gonna move on with your life and your day and with yourself and your energy and your mindset. If you got negative people around you, you're gonna be a negative ass person. If you got positive people around you, you're gonna be positive. For the most part, or at least you're gonna try to be. If you got good people around you, you're gonna be a good person. You know. Shout out to Sneakerhead Therapist, man, with the psychology and the herd theory, man. You follow the herd, bro. If you got people surrounding you that are pieces of shit, you're a piece of shit. You know what I mean? If you got people that surround you that's good people, you're gonna be good people. You are who you surround yourself with. So surround yourself and be careful who you surround yourself with. Surround yourself with good people, with good energy, with positive energy. You know what I mean? And if you gotta be dolo, hey, you gotta be dolo. Me personally, I mean, I got homies, I got good people, I got good people around me, man. But, I think I thrive solo. I think I thrive dolo, bro. I just think I do. Like whenever I'm in a group setting, like yeah, I'm cool, but like it's different when I'm solo. Like whenever I go on side missions and shit by myself, bro, and I'm solo, I don't know why, bro. I make the most connections, bro. I'm more talkative. I'm more outgoing. I feel like I'm that naturally, but like when I'm solo, bro, I'm different. I don't know why. Whenever I'm out solo dolo, bro, I'm different, bro. And not all people are like that. But it's up to you to decide, how you gotta move, who you surround yourself with. If you are a solo person, if you are a lone wolf, you know what I mean? You just gotta be able to dissect and really study and, pay attention to who and what is around you because that affects you. It affects you. Who's around you, it affects you. What's around you, your environment, and the people around you play a huge part in your life, in your journey, in your mindset. You just gotta be able to tap in and pay attention to that shit, bro. Pay attention to that shit. And depending on where you're going during the holidays, bro, give yourself permission to leave. You know what I mean? And you know, this is these are all, I don't know everybody's situation. I don't know your situation. But depending on where you're going, depending on where you're at, bro, like, you know, you can do what the fuck you want to do. Do what the fuck you want to do, bro. If you want to leave, fucking leave. If you don't want to go, don't fucking go. If you don't want to drink, don't fucking drink. It's easier said than done, but it's true. In this life, you can do what the fuck you want to do, bro. You can do what the fuck you want to do. We have free will. So, I mean, and that's one thing that I've learned. Like, it's simple, but that's one thing I've learned, bro. In this life, bro, you can do what the fuck you want to do. Who the fuck's telling you, oh, no, you can't do that? Oh, no, sorry, you can't do that. Who the fuck's telling you that? You could do what the fuck you want to do, bro. This is your life, gang. Do what the fuck you want to do, bro. Like, and whenever cause I tell that shit, I tell myself that shit every day. It's like, bro, like I can really do what the fuck I want to do. And like once you like, it's simple as fuck. But once you like really deep that and really like notice that, bro, you start doing shit, honestly. Because like I know, cause like, yeah, for example, bro, I missed the episode last week and it's like I know that I told myself that, I'm gonna drop it weekly and, I'm gonna be consistent with it, which I'm still kind of being consistent in the way, just like with the content that I post and, with the podcast. But, even though I missed last week, bro, I told myself, I was like, bro, like with everything that I had going on, I was like, dude, like I don't have to drop the episode. I could do what the fuck I want to do. You know what I mean? Like I can do what I want to do and so can you too, bro. So do what the fuck you want to do, man. This life, bro, it's your life, man. We got free will. So do that shit. And another thing for the holidays, bro, you know, stick to your routine and stick to your plan, bro. If don't let, you know, the holiday take you away from what you normally do anyway. I know Thanksgiving's on a Thursday, bro. So every Thursday, you know what I mean? If you wake up, you stretch, you take a walk, you get coffee, you hit the gym, like do what you do anyway. Do what you do all the time. And then get to the festivities later. You know what I mean? Don't let the holidays, take you away from what you do already. You know what I mean? And that's one thing that I do, bro. Like I'm telling you, man, my schedule for Thursday, bro, I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna hit the gym, I'm gonna hit these weights, I'm gonna run, probably give me a coffee, shit. And then yeah, I'm sliding to the fam's crib. But other than that, bro, like I'm just do what I do already. Get the gym in, bro, and like once you get the gym and lift some weights, sweat a little bit, you're already putting yourself in good spirits and good energy. So just do what you do already. You know what I mean? Always have people that you want to call to, bro. Always have people that support you. You know, and if the place that's having a function, the festivities, bro, if it's not a place that you don't feel like you're ready to be in, bro, just don't go, bro. Just don't go. Cause man, I'm telling you, bro. I know the holidays is a tough time, man. It's a tough time, but it's not the end of the world. So if you're gonna take anything from this video, man, notice your triggers, bro. Notice your triggers. Notice your triggers. Have a plan. Bring your own drinks. Stick to your routine and be around and surround yourself with people that support you. I know the holidays is tough. I know the holidays is triggering, mentally, emotionally, physically. But as long as you stand firm on your business, you can do that shit, bro. Don't announce that you're not fucking drinking. That's another one. Don't announce that shit. Because people gonna see that and take that as, all right, bet I'm gonna fuck up his plan. I'm gonna fuck up his life. Bring a plan, stick to the routine, stick to your journey, bring your own drink, and don't announce that don't announce that you're not drinking. Thank y'all for watching. This is the Sober and Unbothered podcast. Happy holidays. I'm gonna see y'all next week. Love.